Okay, I want to start with the illustration of our PowerPoint lesson for this week. So the first thing to do is to open a new file in PowerPoint. So I'm going to click on the PowerPoint icon down here in my taskbar, and that's going to present me with this screen, and what I want to do is a new one. So I'll start there. And now we have a PowerPoint presentation started. Let me open this up and make it easier for you to see. One of the things I like to do is open this bottom pane. I'm going to drag the separator line up here, and this is where you can add notes, and so that's an important thing to see. So the first thing in the assignment is going to be to add a title. And so the first slide that opens has placeholders for the title and the subtitle. So the program is study, and I'm going to put CI 2000 in there because that's the course that we're talking about. And the subtitle will be the name of the program, so we'll call that General Education. And we're supposed to do a few things to this, so we're going to change the font size and make that 48, and make the color of the font blue, and we can change the font style if we like. So there are all kinds of different styles we can choose. So these are the different fonts we can use. So I'll try something else just to put that in there. And then a theme. So we're going to go on the Design tab to choose a theme, and there are a few that are showing up here, but you can expand this box to see many more themes. And so just pick one that we like the looks of, and I'll pick that one. So now all of my slides are going to be in this theme. And I'll go back to Home. And we want to add a title and content slide to our presentation. So the thumbnails over here on the left show you the slides that are in the presentation and where the next one is going to go. You can make these bigger or smaller, and you can also use the slider to adjust the size of the slide that's in the main pane over here. And so for a new slide, I'm going to use the new slide pull down, and so it shows different options for the slide layout. So we're going to do a title and content slide, so we'll click on that. So here we have a title, and we're going to put here my profession. And the content placeholder has a lot of options for you, and so you can add new content by typing. Just click here and add text, or you can choose a table or a picture. Different options down here by selecting that. So I'm going to add a second title and content slide. And on this one, we're going to do a list of 3 or more computer skills that are required for the profession. So that's going to be a list here. So, so I think I need to know Windows, operating system, and some other options would be the Word and Excel, And I'm supposed to use a numbered list. So I'm going to select that, and I'm going to change up here to a numbered list. And I'll use these numbers. I'm going to use the increased font size here to make this list bigger. One of the things about PowerPoint is you want your text to be big enough to be read by the person sitting in the back of the room. And so that usually means fewer words at a bigger font size. So this is what you should be aiming for. And I want to put a title on here. I'm going to call this Computer Skills. All right. And the next direction is to change this to a different layout. So the slide is selected here. If you go up to the Slides section, the Layout pull-down offers you all those same options that were in the new slide. And we're going to change this to to content layout. And we're going to add a picture. So I'm going to click on here, and it's asking me to select a picture from my library of pictures. So I'll find something here that might be appropriate. Talk about computer skills. How about this one? I'll insert this picture of, this is upside down. We're going to turn it right side up and make it a little bigger. This is my cat Madeline helping me work. So, and then we want to add one more slide to our list here. So we're going to do another new slide. And I want you to notice a couple other things on this list while we're looking at it. We have duplicate the selected slide. We can do slides from an outline, or we can reuse slides that are in the presentation, either from this presentation or other presentations. So these are some other useful options. Sometimes you want to just change a small thing on a slide, so duplicate is a good option there. And so what we're going to do, though, is add the picture with caption. So I'm going to put hobby. And on this one we need to put a picture. So I'm going to select another picture, and I need to put in a hobby. And let's see if I can find the picture I wanted. There we go. So playing hockey is one of my hobbies. And one of the things we want to do on this one is add a frame in the picture style. So here I've clicked on the picture, so a Format tab appears in the ribbon, and we click on that, and we have a lot of picture styles to choose from. And you can see that just by mousing over, we get to see different ones. And so let's see, I think probably this one looks good. So we'll choose that. And so now we have the hobbies. I can add some more text down here, and I put description. Again, I want to increase that size. And on this title, I want to add some word art to that. So again, if I select the text, click up here on Format, here's a whole section of word art styles. and I can just pick one from that list and go back to okay, so this is starting to look better. And then the last thing we want to do is add a footer. So that will be insert, I believe, header and footer. So we click on header and footer. And there's header and footer on the slides, which is in the slideshow. And then the other header and footer is on notes and handouts that you might print to distribute. So we're going to do this on the slides. And I'm going to check the footer here. And the footer is going to be my last name, first name, and then week 3. PowerPoint. And so you have the option to not show that on the title slide, but on all the other slides in the presentation. And you can add some other things to the footer if you'd like. You can put the date and time by just clicking the checkbox here. But I'm going to leave that off. I'm going to click the apply to all. So this is going to be on all my slides, and you can see it down here in the bottom. So it will show on all the slides if I do a presentation. Now the other thing that we wanted to do was do a spell check. So we do a review and we check the spelling. We go through and check all the slides to make sure there's no spelling errors anywhere. Looks like everything is good there. Alright, and so then if we wanted to actually look at the presentation, we would click on the slideshow, and that'll go through with the slide on full screen. If I do that here, because I have a second monitor, what will show on the slide that I'm showing you is the presenter view. Actually, that'd be a good thing to do. So the presenter view, instead of showing just the slide, which is going to be on the other monitor or the projector, shows you the next slide coming up here. It shows any notes that you've put on the slides over here. And it has some tools, so you can use a pen and you can draw on the slide. You can zoom into the slide. You can black out the slide. So suppose you get to a point in your presentation you want to talk about a question that somebody's asked, or do a little exercise. You can turn the screen black so that the audience isn't distracted by your slide on the screen. So we'll get out of that, and I think we'll call this good.